Hey everyone, today's topic, be a realist and an optimist. Be balanced. Know when certain things likely aren't going to work out, but also most of the time hope that things will work out in your favor. This is a really powerful way to move through life because you're basically balancing two incredibly powerful strategies, realism and optimism. Realism is powerful because it allows you to be more efficient with your time and resources by knowing which routes are going to be incredibly difficult and which ones don't make any sense at all because they're so difficult that you may as well not even bother trying to do them. Whereas optimism is powerful because it allows you to have the courage to start some of those more difficult journeys, but the ones that are more realistic, the ones that aren't going to take so much time and energy and resources that they're not even worth pursuing. Because when people lack optimism, it can make them shoot themselves in the foot before they even begin. It's where they will start to more likely take that pessimistic route and look at something and be like, that's so difficult, I probably couldn't even do it, so I'm not going to even bother. I won't even take one step forward towards that journey because there's no way I could do it. That's what pessimism would do. Whereas an optimist will look at a difficult journey and say, this is going to be tough, but I could do that. I know I could. So I'm going to work towards it. I'm going to find the easiest, smallest step I can take to get me started on this journey, and I'm going to take another small step every single day, and eventually I'll achieve that goal. So this is why you want to balance realism with optimism, because realism on its own is powerful, but it can kind of lead more towards a pessimistic route where people just think, yeah, that's not doable, I'm not even going to attempt it. So you want to balance it with that optimism that will give you permission to start the journey. But when you combine these two things, it really is probably one of the best ways to tackle goals in life, because you'll know, okay, maybe this route, it could get me there, but I'll be wasting so much time and energy and money that maybe there's a better route to take. And that's tempering that optimism with realism, so you're not going to go down a path that makes no sense whatsoever. Like, let's say you want to start a coffee shop in a crowded city. So maybe there are certain routes to achieve that goal that don't quite make sense. Like, let's say if you wanted to make like the tallest coffee shop in the area for whatever reason, that's going to require a lot of resources. So maybe you don't want to do that because it just doesn't make all that much sense. And maybe you also don't want to put it in a location where parking would be difficult because, yet again, sure, that would be achieving the goal, but are you going to be able to attract customers if they can't even find a place to park? Like, most people don't want to deal with having to find an area to park their car and then having to walk a great distance to buy your coffee. So that wouldn't make sense either. But maybe there is a location that works where you could build a nice coffee shop and you will have ample parking space for your customers. So that would be where you'd want to choose. So that's balancing realism with that optimism, because optimism is what allows you to even start the journey towards building that coffee shop, because a pessimist would be like, that's too arduous, there's no way, I couldn't do it, I'm not even going to bother with it. So make sure you choose this as your strategy to go through life, because it truly is one of the most powerful ones. Temper realism with optimism, and you'll be able to accomplish a lot of things in life. So yep, that's pretty much all I wanted to share in this video. It's probably one of the better ways, the better mindsets to go through life with, because you don't want to be full-blown optimistic with no realism, and you don't want to be full-blown realist with no optimism. You want to balance the two together, because when combined, they make you become way better than you would be having only one or the other. So use the two of them, be balanced, and you'll see just how powerful a life strategy these things are when they're combined together. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. Otherwise, the easiest way you can help me out is just to throw a like and a comment on the video for the algorithm, and I will see you guys in the next video. Arrivederci!